Bottle feeding mistakes to avoid with your baby motherhood is a journey of learning with loads of trial and error. While bottle feeding your baby, it is important to keep a check on the smallest details. There are some aspects of bottle feeding that every parent must guard from the very beginning. It is common that bottle-fed babies face a higher risk of infection compared to breastfed babies, even with diligent sterilization practices. There are a lot of small details that become very important when it comes to bottle feeding your baby. While we learn much of this on the go, there are some aspects of bottle feeding we must guard against right from the beginning. Bottle feeding mistakes can have a negative impact on your baby's comfort, digestion, and overall feeding experience. According to the National Health Service, mistakes can lead to an increased risk of overfeeding, diarrhea, indigestion, and vomiting. Number 1. Improper sterilization. Among the common bottle feeding mistakes to avoid, the first is improper sterilization. The safety and hygiene of your baby's feeding supplies depend on the proper sterilization of bottles, nipples, and feeding appliances. It lessens the possibility of getting sick and assists in getting rid of hazardous microorganisms. Due to their immature immune systems and increased susceptibility to infections, sterilization is required for bottle feeding babies. Follow these steps to guarantee effective sterilization. Warm soapy water should be used to clean bottles, nipples, and other feeding equipment. Remove any soap residue. Carefully rinse. Select a sterilization method: boiling, steam sterilization, or solution sterilization. Boil bottles and nipples in a kettle of boiling water for at least 5 minutes, making sure they are completely submerged. For steam sterilization, use an electric sterilizer or microwave sterilizer as directed by the manufacturer. Prepare a sterilizing solution per the instructions, soak the objects, and thoroughly rinse before use. Number 2. Overheating the bottle. Your baby's health is seriously at stake if you overheat a bottle. Burns and scalds may result, especially on their delicate mouth and throat. Additionally, excessive heat might lower the quality of breast milk or formula, diminish its nutritional value, and perhaps worsen your baby's digestion. Safe ways to heat bottles to the right temperature. Make use of a bottle warmer that is intended only for heating bottles, that too for the correct warming intervals, according to the manufacturer's instructions. Place the bottle in a bowl or wash basin that has been filled with warm water. To ensure equal heating, occasionally swirl the bottle. To avoid overheating, regularly check the temperature. Hold the bottle under warm running water. Number 3. Not being flexible about the frequency of feeds. The first consideration we have regarding bottle feeding is the frequency of the feeds. How often does a baby need to be fed through the bottle? As per doctors, it is always better to maintain a flexible feeding schedule. It means you need to feed your baby as and when your baby is hungry, and not according to a schedule set in stone. Babies and their hunger do not follow as simple a pattern as that of adults, and flexibility is important to ensure their needs are being met. You might take a month or two to settle down, and then you might see a routine emerging for timing the feeds. Until then, be flexible with the time of feeding. If your baby shows signs of fullness, then it is better to delay feeding for a while and then try again. Number 4. Not burping the baby after bottle feeding. Burping your baby after feeding is important every time. After feeding, your baby may be getting too cranky and fussy as he swallows air while feeding. This makes him quite uncomfortable and also can lead to long crying spells. This condition is more common in bottle-fed babies than in breastfed ones. So, to avoid such a situation, burp him frequently. You can make him burp in the following ways. Put the baby over the shoulder. Hold him close to your chest, looking over your shoulder, and rub or pat his back gently. Put him on the lap. Make your newborn sit in an upright position and make his weight lean forward against your hand's heel. Now gently rub or pat his back. Lay him down. Put him in a stomach down position on your lap and pat or rub his back. Number 5. Not knowing about the milk flow. Nipple flows come in different rates, and using the wrong flow can lead to issues. If the flow is too fast, your baby might choke. If it's too slow, they might become frustrated. Choose a flow that matches your baby's age and feeding pace. Number 6. Preparing formula batches early. Sure, if you are busy and are on the trail, you would want to save time to prepare and keep everything handy. right from diapers to formula milk. However, preparing extra batches way too early can make it unsafe for consumption. Baby formula should either be made fresh, 1 feed at a time, or consumed within 2 hours of room temperature. Keeping fresh formula in the refrigerator for 24 hours can be safe for consumption. However, if the formula is half consumed, then it should be discarded within 1 hour of serving the baby. Number 7. Mixing breast milk and formula milk. Mixing breast milk and formula milk in the same bottle is a bottle feeding mistake that parents must avoid. This practice can lead to problems including inconsistent nutrition. Breast milk and formula milk have distinct compositions that are customized to fulfill the individual demands of the baby. Mixing them can cause a nutrient imbalance, thereby impairing the baby's development. Risk of contamination. Breast milk contains antibodies and enzymes that help protect the newborn from illnesses. Mixing it with formula might raise the risk of bacterial development and contamination, compromising the milk's safety. The following remedies can be tried to avoid these bottle feeding mistakes. Try separate feeding. Initially, to start with, offer breast milk for 1 feed and formula for another if you are separating your feeds. This enables the proper preparation and administration of each type of milk to the baby without sacrificing their nutritional worth. Combination feeding. If necessary, augment breastfeeding with formula before continuing. By avoiding mixing the 2 types of milk, the baby can take advantage of their distinct qualities. Number 8. Forcing the baby to finish the bottle. Understanding your baby's hunger and fullness cues is important. Baby appetites are distinctive, and they can distinguish between being hungry and satisfied. Even when a baby shows symptoms of being full, forcing them to complete a bottle can interfere with their natural feeding behaviors and result in overfeeding. Respecting their cues and letting them control their own intake is essential. When to stop feeding and how to recognize the signs of fullness. The key to preventing overdrinking is recognizing the indications of fullness. Watch for signs such as turning away from the bottle, slowing down sucking, spitting out the nipple, or losing interest in feeding. These signals show that your baby has had enough and is content. Number 9. Neglecting proper positioning. Proper bottle feeding placement is critical for your baby's comfort and digestion. Improper posture can cause problems like swallowing air, an increased risk of ear infections, and feeding pain. It is critical to place your infant in a comfortable and supportive position. Correct holding techniques and comfortable positions for bottle feeding. Hold your infant in the cradle position by placing their head in the crook of your arm and holding their neck and shoulders steady with your hand. Bring the bottle at a little angle to their mouth. Supporting their back with your arm or a pillow, place your infant in a semi-upright position. To guarantee that the nipple is always filled with milk and to limit air intake, tilt the bottle just a little. For older infants who can handle the bottle on their own, the side-lying position may be employed under close supervision. When feeding your infant, place them on their side and give them a pillow for their head. 2. Important cautionary tips to remember. Number 1. Pick the right kind of bottle. It is important you pick the right kind of bottle for bottle feeding your baby. The bottle should not be too big or too small. It should have a good grip. It should be easy to clean. It should also be made of safe, non-reactive material that will not adversely react with the formula milk and spoil it, nor react with your baby's tender, soft, and delicate skin. Number 2. Buy the right kind of formula milk. Different formula. Milk brands will offer you different things. Your baby may like the taste of a particular brand more than that of another. He may find a particular one easier to digest. On the other hand, practical considerations like shelf life, quantity of packaging, and ease of storage may affect your buying preference. Bottle feeding can be tricky and might require some effort on your part. Bottle feeding mistakes should not be taken lightly, and feeding must be done with dedication and awareness. However, a little bit of practice and patience will make it much better. Good luck! So that was all for today's video. We hope you liked the video and our tips will help you in your parenting. For more videos like this, do subscribe to our channel, and please leave a like on our video to show us that our tips help you. See you next.